short term of fixing the board we have and then giving us more time to figure out what the long-term solution is right now. And, you know, less than 3 months before the season starts, less than 6 weeks before the Freedom Classic is probably the best, I think, from my standpoint, the best solution right now. But thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I would just like to add, I'm glad you mentioned that, Councilman Aiken. And I do want to thank Mr. Haynes for giving the council an opportunity to share our narrative and to tell our side. Because initially, when the story was told about the discussion about the scoreboard, this council was painted in the most undesirable light possible. And I am glad that we were given an opportunity to be able for our side of the story to be told. Unfortunately, there was a feeling that it was intentional and that some of the things said were purposed by design. When we look at the fact that out of that came a fruitless petition. And I'm so grateful for the citizens in this community who championed to have that petition removed and made it very clear that it would do more harm and more damage to our beloved Wood Ducks team than be of help. And that is what happens when you only take one narrative, one perspective, one side. And a lot of times, those narratives can be false narratives, or they could be designed for intentional purposes. And again, I say, I am extremely grateful for the opportunity for both sides to be held. There was never any animosity. No one on this council was against the Wood Ducks or anything of that nature. And I would actually say that I'm very grateful that you moved into a place to do what you were called to do, and that was to be a, quote, peacemaker per se, and to bring parties together and resolve the issue, and for individuals to see us as a united front. Because what was happening was, it was becoming very divisive. You had people in this community being insulting. And we have to be very careful of how we allow images to be painted into our frame of thinking. And so, out of that, you jog my memory on that, but I want to tell you thank you. I want to thank you for referencing that. But we have to be very careful of when we only get one side of a story, and we choose sometimes not to know when there may be a false narrative being painted. And so I just wanted to kind of say that. And I would wonder if the individual, I was going to say something in my feelings right then. What did I say? I'm wondering if the individual who started the petition has reached out to any party and said, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Or for any of the members in this community that they ignited a fire under and said, you know what, we were wrong about it.